Are you guys ready for your next comedian? Now I'm really going to bring up this lovely lady. I asked her what she wanted me to say about her in her intro. She goes, just tell everybody I'm a proud senior citizen. And that's kind of the theme tonight, the oldies but goodies. Please give it up for Lady J, everybody.
Oh, thanks, guys. I was watching a documentary this morning. Well, it's really not a documentary. It was a news update about our national parks. Because of COVID, a lot of people have been touring all the national parks, and they're overcrowding the parks, and they're leaving litter behind, putting their names on the rocks and stuff. So I said, I guess a good way to take care of that is to move black people in. And because if they do that, they won't have so many tourists. And then I bet the bears will say, what took y'all niggas so long? We've been eating and chasing people. Why y'all just now getting here? But they just said, I just said they would not have that problem if more black people lived in the towns. There would not be too many tourists coming there. But the thing about getting older, it's just only people that'll touch you is the doctor. You always have all these doctor's appointments. You don't get to go on vacations. You don't get to go on retreats. It's like your calendar fills up with just constantly going to the doctor. So I recently had to have an exam, had to have my colon checked and my stomach checked, right? So I get to the doctor's office early in the morning. Everybody in the waiting room had on like those fuzzy slippers and do-rags. I was like, is this a slumber party or is this a doctor's office? So I said, you know what? Yes, if the doctor walks out with his scrubs hanging down his butt, I'm not going in there. Because I'm paranoid about being put under. It bothers me at this age because I feel like I might fall in that 0.1 that don't come through. So they took me in this room and they had me on this bed. So the nurse kept taking these little vials out of the cabinet. So I said, I know I'm a big girl. And do you need all those for me? And so she said, no, you're just the first patient today. So I said, well, something told me to still be nice to her because she's going to be the one to put you under. So I said, I like those little shoes you got on with the little wedge on them. I said, those are cute. They were Mother Comforts. I don't know if you remember those Mother Comfort shoes that the nuns wear. That's what she had on. So I said, those are some really cute shoes. So she came over to me and she gave me these plastic lips to put in my mouth. But first she took my mask off and she said, ooh, you got pretty lips. I said, oh, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. And then the little plastic lips had a little hole in them in the middle. I said, wait a minute. I'm not into that. We're not doing that today. She said, oh, no, we just had to put this on you. I said, no, I'm not feeling that at all. Because I was like, the room was dark. She had all these vials out on the cabinet. Then you want to give me some plastic lips with a hole in the center. That didn't sit very well with me. So at the end, they take you into this room. They call the person that's there to pick you up, right? So they give you these pictures of yourself, what they think that they saw inside of you. And they give those pictures to you, but the thing is that I couldn't tell which was the stomach and which was the colon. I was like, and then I don't know if they gave the pictures to you just to let you know that they didn't put you back in a closet for 2 hours and say, here, take these home. It was just the most amazing experience. I never want to go through it again. So how many people here are actually married? Anybody married or happy to be married? I hear you. Isn't it funny that when people are married, they always say, my husband gonna pick the kids up from school. My husband does all the cooking. But if they don't like that husband, they say, yeah, Larry, that bum. He don't do nothing around the house. I can't stand him. But if they're married, they just like they want to brag off their husband and let everybody know that they're married and that they got a husband. And you can almost kind of tell sometimes, that's one thing I like about, sometimes I think being black people, we always have this extra sense about things like, I don't know, how many people got older kids? You got adult children, or I hear you, different, right? So, like, you bring somebody home, for you to meet them, and, you just sometimes you don't feel right about it. You say, well, I can't say anything because if I say something, they might think I'm against the person that they're liking. So, here's what I do. Like I said, okay, you did see that they had that tattoo across the forehead that said devil, right? And you saw that you saw that those tiny, those tall ears, right? And it's not a Keebler elf, but you saw the pointed ears, right? Yep. Okay. But you still want to go with this person, right? I said, okay, it's on you. Long as you saw those horns like I saw, I like what you like, right? And you have to leave it like that, because if you say something, then they're going to turn against you. So you have to support whatever it is they want to do. And you see those long pointed ears, it's not a Keebler elf. Just remember that you knew that, right? Okay, I'm good, you good. As long as you know that them horns are there for a reason, okay? So when them horns start coming, getting bigger, don't come to me. You notice that tail in the back, right? Okay, gotcha. Okay, I know. But it's, who would ever thought that Kuta Kinte would be hosting Jeopardy? How many Jeopardy and Will Watchers we got out here, right? Who'd ever thought? So, they offered the job to LeVar Burton. He turned it down to be host of Jeopardy to replace Alex Trebek. But he turned it down because he didn't want them to find out that he's a runaway slave. He thought they would put him back in slavery, so he said no. I couldn't blame him. But, it's just been interesting with that show. And they got this one guy on there right now named Matt. Have anybody been watching Jeopardy lately? He's been killing it. And this guy gets the whole board. He's like a human computer. And if Jeopardy called me up and I had to go on the show with him, I say, look, guys, just send me my $1,000 check in the mail. Ain't no way I go on the show with it. And he smiles. He has this little smirky smile about himself when he wins. He's like, and nobody can ever get on the board. And this dude is just killing it. He's like up to 38 days straight on Jeopardy. Nobody can ever get to this guy. I was like, wow, why did he even bring people on the show when somebody's that good? It's an embarrassment. But it happens. And like on Will, I was watching Will the other day. Now, this was interesting. They brought this sister up, right? And she says she enjoys hiking, and she even blogs about it. I've never seen a black woman that says she enjoys hiking. So I said, okay, this is going to be interesting, right? So how they have these little, they can win. They have these little clues they give you, like they bring in you can win it's real quick, like they'll just fill in the letters and whoever answers first, right? So on the first one, it came up, and it was it came up games, right? So it showed playing. First was the word. First was playing. Then the next one was D, right? So she immediately blurted out, playing dominoes. And I was like, uh-oh, she's in trouble. White people don't play dominoes. And it was and the answer was playing doubles. I was like, wow, she's way off. And then they had another one that says walking in the blank, right? What do you think that word would have been? What? Walking in the... What kind of audience are you? Walking in the woods. But girlfriend said walking in the hood. So I said, she's not going. I said, she is not going to win at this. But when she said she was a blogger and a hiker, I just knew she had a chance. She couldn't get any of those answers. None, not a one. But the playing domino one got me. But anyway, guys, I like to keep my stuff short and sweet, and you have been great.
Keep it going for Lady J.